Since you all jokered up. Yo, I cannot. I mean, ooh, who is this that we look upon? It is the black Joker with the white face. Someone. Yeah. Yeah.
Why so serious?
Yeah. Yeah, that's something else. So Ty, I'm guessing that you're doing trick it. Oh my God, yo. All right. If I could, all right. Yeah.
What's wrong, Baxter? You've never seen a face so gorgeous.
We gonna do the whole show like this. See, I came out, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing my little Black Panther thing, you know what I'm saying? And we trying, and me and Stephanie, we out here, we're doing our little, you know, we got a little something going on. But the show goes away to this man right here. Absolutely. And not to forget his counterpart, Harley L. All right, look, I can't do this no more. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and reveal that I'm actually T'Challa. All right, I'm not actually Black Panther. I'm just regular old T'Challa. All right, this is a Black Panther in the middle of doing inventory. I need to. My God, but good Lord, man, give it up for Ty is really selling this shit. Like I would not want to be whooped by this father right here. Man, oh my God. This dude he is not breaking these. Yo, all right. So full disclosure, like Ty has been like this all morning. We normally have like a little morning meeting, you know, and we try to talk about, you know what I'm saying, what we gonna talk about. And this nigga been like this the whole time. I'm starting to really believe that this is legit, like this is like Black Heath Ledger for real. Like, look at this, look at this. Like, this dude whipped somebody this morning. You know what I'm saying? This dude woke up this morning and made eggs and pancakes for somebody, and then looked over at them and burned their half of the breakfast. Don't worry, I'm only burning my half. Yo. Look at this. Yo, all right, look, I'm just gonna see how long I can get away with just having Ty's face. I wonder how many people think that their screen is froze right now. Oh no, it's not frozen, not at all. It's not. That is Mr. Ty. I mean, excuse me, the Joker. Full, like he has a whole day ahead of him. his hair.
Gotham is in trouble today.
Yo, all right. So I got a couple questions. That is true, Daniel. All right, very funny comedian guy. Very funny. It could have been, but it's not. It's actually freaking yo. So Ty. I mean, so Joker. I'm seeing that you and Harley are like, you know, like doing y'all little thing right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got any plans for the day? Y'all gonna be, you know, I don't know, going to the Gotham ball or maybe hitting up the Gotham boom boom room this evening? Isn't anything popping? What's going on, y'all? We just trying to figure out, you know, what's good.
There's no plans with Harley. I don't even know why she showed up. I left the house early this morning and she's popped in.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Yeah, well, you can.
Harley.
So what's the inspiration? What are we using? This is that Mac? Is that Maybelline? Is that Mary Kay? What's the foundation that we have underneath the you know? Let me stop it. You know, if I can tell y'all straight up, if anybody's listening and not running freakishly afraid from their screens right now, I'm legitimately creeped out. Like I ain't never seen people like this before. Like. This is the new face of $1 bill right here. I think that we can do the whole show with just Ty's face, with just the Joker's face on the screen. How about that? You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be silent. I can't do that. Let me ask you this. Look, do y'all celebrate Halloween? I don't celebrate it like that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, somebody is aroused, Ty. So just keep looking in their eyes. Look directly into the camera lens. Because it's working. It's working, homeboy. It's
I'm hard.
I think you're having
boy.
pull up, pull up, bro, pull up. All right, so all right, Stephanie, what's going on, man? Me and you, the only ones on here that look like we was like, look, all right, if we got to dress up, we'll dress up, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? these two, the two on the bottom was like, what? We get to dress up? Oh my God! It probably started from like Monday. You know what I'm saying? And here's the funny part: they didn't even know that they was gonna be dressing up together like that. Like, so they just happened to be in the same costume.
Same. Us too.
Me and you too, like we doing the Wakanda thing. You know, me and you, of course, we doing it for the culture. You feel what I'm saying? Because we won't play around with all that white face bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like what's popping right now on the bottom of the screen? I'm just playing. Let me stop.
I feel like the vibes are so even right now. We have like, you guys are good and we're evil. And the funny part is we have so much synergy on this show too that like, guys, we didn't even talk to each other about our costumes. We said, got your costume ready. Literally, that was a text message to each other. Didn't even tell each other what we were going to be. And look, we're all in sync. Damn, we're amazing.
We are. Well, there's definitely some synergy going on. Like for you and Ty, it is the ability to go ahead and get your cosplay on. For me and Stephanie, is how quick can we grab our costumes and throw them on 5 minutes before the show and just try to make it look like Daniel has the exact perfect statement, which is, you know what I'm saying? They're going to, what did he say? He said something like this difference between costumes and cosplay. Like that's the biggest difference. Like you two are cosplayed up. Like you see, if you look at Ty, he's not even himself anymore. Ty turned his whole self in. He is a whole different character. This dude is auditioning right now for the role of Black Dark Knight. I don't know, Heath Ledger Johnson. And he's killing it. And meanwhile, I'm over here like, can I just get the top half of me to be covered like Black Panther? And just so y'all know, I had to run frantically to my daughter's room to unzip the back of this so I could pee right before we started, because I don't know how y'all get down like this. But anyway, let's try to talk about something this morning. I mean, first of all, y'all look great. You're looking phenomenal. It's going to be a short show because, listen, we got Halloween topics. And frankly, I don't really, do Halloween like that. It looks like y'all do. Yaz, you're a Halloween buff, I guess. You've been doing it for a while.
Oh, yeah. I go trick-or-treating every year.
Okay, all right, but
I'm I'm the only adult that'll take the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's, you know what I mean? Like, we're the same size, so like people don't assume like I'm an adult. You know what I mean? But I am the adult, so it's fine. I just take all the kids.
All right, that's what's up. Joker, do you plan on trick or treating tonight, sir?
No.
I'm out. I don't know what to do with this anymore, guys. All right, let me ask you this, Joker.
You can call me Mr. J.
Mr. J. All right. Mr. J. All right. It's kind of a mystery as to how you're gonna be the whole entire time here. So, just tell me, like, Halloween. Is it your thing or is it not? Is it overblown? I don't really do it. Do you do it hard, Mr. J? What's going on? Or, I typically smoke Mr. J's on Halloween. What's going on?
I only want to take over Gotham.
All right, Stephanie, do you do Halloween, man?
I haven't recently. I used to get really into it. I have a pretty intense Storm cosplay. But I'm tired this year. It's been a long week, so
I feel you.
I'm not doing too. I'm taking my son to a little Halloween thing with one of my friends tonight. And that'll probably be it.
Nice. You should take him to Ty's house, to Mr. J's house.
Right, so we can be traumatized for life. No thanks.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, listen.
Right.
Oh my God.
I'm legit concerned right now. I'm like, yo, Ty, he's been bitten by a were-joker, and he is like full on. Yeah, I want to know, like, Jazz, how long did it take you to get that stuff on your face?
Honestly, it took like 10 minutes. It wasn't really that hard. You have to know how to apply.
Oh, so 10 minutes. Same for you, Mr. J? Oh, that's not paint. I'm sorry. That's how you came out of that's how you came out of the Axis Chemicals.
Oh my God.
Cocaine. It's a hell of a drug.
Oh my God.
Stephanie, I don't know. I'm for the first time. I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do right now. I'm so confused. I haven't spoken to Ty, and Ty's been on since like 8:30, and I've only spoken with the Joker. Like, Ty won't talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time I try to talk to Ty, the Joker starts talking. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how to do the show without like one of the founding co-hosts, founding members. He won't speak to me. He is embedded beneath this makeup. But it's all good. We're gonna try it anyway. How about that? All right, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
I don't think Ty is coming today.
Yeah, I think Ty is off. Yeah, Ty must
came. And I'll come again.
Oh my God, yo! All right, where is Commissioner Gordon when you need him? All right, man. Look,
DC, please, pick him up. Cause damn,
yeah, man. This is the
I'm
only
getting
dude
better
I know.
vibes than Robert Patterson. I'm just saying.
Oh wow! Well, look, I mean, listen. 1 week he's Robin. Next week he's robbing the neighborhood.
Well, I mean, that kind of works out because, like Robin turns into like Red Hood, and you know what I mean? So, Yeah.
I kind of want to talk about that a little bit, but did y'all, I mean, just real quick, while we have our, while Ty's on the screen. Did y'all even watch Titans? Did y'all watch the finale, man? Did y'all check it out? We normally talk about it before, but we didn't even talk about it. Like, did anybody get a chance to see the season finale?
I did watch it.
I read about it.
You did, Steph?
I read about it.
You read Yes, you checked it out?
Yeah, I checked it out.
Well, I mean, all right, look, I don't want to spend too much time on Titans. Can we all just agree that it was a lackluster season? It wasted our time. I wish I could get my minutes back from HBO Max. We didn't. I mean, we did see a guest appearance in episode 1 from the Joker, who did lay out one of the main stars. Why you had to kill old boy like that, Joker? What's going on, man? What, talk to me, man.
I hate the boy Wonder. I hate him.
Damn. Well, what about Red Hood though, bro? You had to kill Red Hood, bro. You know what I'm saying? Why you had to do it like that, bro? I thought you was down for the hood. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
He wasn't Red Hood when he killed him. So that's.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's a good point. Yeah. Well, yeah. So, Mr. J, why you killed Robin, bro? Like, why you don't like Boy Wonder? It ain't like he Batman. What's the deal?
I don't like loose ends.
So that's the reason, just to kick. All right, you know what? I tried, man. I don't know. All right. So, Mr. Joker, Mr. J, do you watch? And I can't do this. I can't. Did you watch Titans, Mr. J? Oh my God.
It's way too serious.
Yeah. How do you feel about being killed in this season of Titans, Mr.
By
J?
Batman?
Yeah, I mean by Khaleesi's assistant. You're back. Oh,
you can't kill a king.
Oh wow! All right. Well, I guess somebody hit the Lazarus pit pretty hard this morning, man. That's cool. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna have Mr. J here be added commentary throughout the morning as we discuss topics that we typically would discuss anyway. And perhaps if Mr. J is seeing some of the stuff, maybe he'll be willing to, maybe add his commentary. You know what I'm saying? I would just like to close out our season watch of Titans by saying I was by DC, HBO Max, DC comic theatrical release, whoever it is that's in charge of that whole department. If this season is indicative of what you got going on for the upcoming seasons, you can say that you're probably going to lose at least 3 or 4 viewers from this panel, because that season was trash. I even hated how in the finale, your freaking girl, Blackfire, had this weird idea to go back home on that ship that old boy made for her. And I was like, okay, cool, go ahead and go home, Blackfire. But then her boyfriend is like, nah, fuck that, kills the plane ride, and she's like, it's okay, I would have did it too. Terrible writing. What the fuck is going on in this world? Yes, did you see that happen? Are you feeling what I'm saying here? Did that make any sense to you, or am I tripping?
I felt what you're saying, but the whole reason why she forgave him was because that she understood what it's like to act because of impulse and because of, like wanting something, and even though that's not what the other person wants. So I mean, she understood why he did it ultimately, but yeah, it was shit writing. The whole season 3 was definitely like a bitch ass season for sure. I definitely agree with that.
Absolutely. I'm not sure if you read that part, Steph, but there's this weird part where, I mean, just based off what you read, Steph, what's your analysis on the finale of the Titans? I already know you ain't a real big fan of DC anyway.
It sounded weird. I hate, what's his name? The weird one that died and took the jump and was like, and was falling. The one that wants to be down so bad that stalks the Titans.
Oh, Jason. No.
Jason
She's
Todd.
talking about Tim.
Oh,
Drake.
yeah, Tim Drake.
Yeah.
I hate him. I thought they should have killed him off. I was disappointed that he didn't die.
Right?
Oh my God.
She's right though.
And they're going to San Francisco in a van or something. I was like, what? This is a weird direction. It just
family road trip.
Yeah. It didn't feel like it made sense. It felt like they didn't know what to do and picked options out of a hat and were like, let's just do that one.
Yeah, definitely. If you have access to, say, things like bat planes and Batmobiles and bat wings, to jump into a Pinto and to drive from wherever Gotham is to the West Coast seems a little crazy.
Hold up, it was a nice RV. Let's not downplay it. It was a nice RV, a luxury style RV. But I wouldn't like. Everyone was like, over the Batjet,
right?
And then they were like, okay. Like, nah, I would have had some arguments, but that's just me. And my other question was like, if they could just use the Batjet to like fly, like why didn't Starfire try to like take the plane and use some of it for her ship?
Yeah. Well, another question is, if old boy, the dude who fixed Blackfire's ship, can fix Blackfire's ship as a 3D printer, why they didn't just make a 3D Batwing and just fly everybody over? But I think that the purpose of this whole thing was bonding. They're doing the Doom Patrol bus. It's a sour pickle thing. They're trying to kind of, blah, 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 get the gang back together. And, it's cool. Do you think that it was fair for Dick Grayson, Yaz, to ban Red Hood from the Titans forever, completely? Or do you think that
no? He fucking blew up Hank. I mean, not that Hank was a significant person anyway, but I mean, he blew up Hank. He betrayed them. He fucking let goddamn Scarecrow live in the fucking, like, in the mansion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, left them all fucking homeless and shit, and like the whole city against them. And like, he killed Dick Grayson. What the, like, let's be serious. Yeah. He just watched him just like get shot in the neck, and then just like all these people just like beat the shit out of him. He just ran away like a bitch. So yeah, I would have banned him too. He's lucky his ass ain't dead. Yeah,
it's true. That's true. I know somebody who's happy that he had to do with Dick Grayson's death. And that's Mr. Man over here. He is on his 3rd line this morning, everybody. That's half an 8-ball on his face. You're looking at the work of Port of Miami right here, and oh my God, this dude is like, wow, look at you. All right, cool.
Thanks, Paula.
Any comment, Mr. J, on the death of Dick Grayson and the revival of Dick? Since
God Gotta watch out for that dick.
Oh my god, I almost just get my water out. What the fuck?
He's tricky.
Of course, I would expect nothing less. Of course. So all right. So no dick. All right, cool, got it. Well, Titans season 3. Look, I know I like to go around the board and get a 1 to 10, rating. I personally am going to give this season like a 3. I damn near bailed on it multiple times. And even in the season finale, I almost bailed on it. I was like, I don't think I'm going to make it through this season finale. But I'm still here. Yaz, do you have a rating 1 through 10
I'll
for
give
the
it
season?
a 4.
4? All right.
Yeah,
Steph,
I liked how they finally showed that Gar can transform into other shit than a fucking tiger. So that was
cool. That I like too. Steph, any rating or just zeros all across the board?
She rolled her eyes. Oh my god, so subtle too, Stephanie. Oh my god, that was great.
I'm giving it a 2. It gets a point for each of the lead Black women. That's it.
Okay.
All right, fair enough. That's right. What's up. Mr. J, do you have any contribution? Do you have a rating for the season since you would just?
I'd say the whole show deserves a Harley's bitch of the week.
Actually, that season is my bitch of the week, like legit. But it's the bitch of the 2 months, 3 months.
Yo,
yeah, Harley.
Whoa. All right, so I'm gonna take that as a 0, and we'll just we'll say that this season scored less than 5 points. It's average of around 3. Dare I say that even if Tyrone was here, who's not here because he's still getting some things together for his move, I think that he would still score it low as well. He almost bailed on it a couple times. So Titans season 3, we giving y'all the thumbs down. We need y'all to come harder or go home in the future. All right. If you are looking for inspiration or any way to make your show better, we would advise you to see i.e. Disney Plus under the category Marvel for any show in order to guide you into a better sequence. Or while you're searching on HBO Max, look up your own show, The Watchmen, because that was one of the last DC good shows that was well represented. At least I think so. All right. Well, the other show that we're following, and we're going to get into this real quick and then, and then a couple other things. There is a beautiful show on right now. We're going to leave the world of comic books for a second and go into space. There's a beautiful show right now out called Foundation. If you have not watched it, you need to watch it. And it's budding very well. I don't know if everybody on the panel has had a chance to see it. I know Steph said she got a chance to see episode 1. But Foundation is one of the best shows out, in my opinion. It's on Apple Plus. But before we get into Foundation real quick, I just want to do a real quick mention of the story that y'all talked about last week and just drop a real quick bomb on y'all. Check it out. Dune came out last week, y'all. Dune I thought was an explosive hit. I watched the show last week. I wasn't able to be on, but I loved it. I thought it was dope. I know a guy named Bad Ty, thought it was a little short and probably could have asked for some more things. But the fact of the matter is, this show, the movie itself, in terms of a first installment, I thought was dope as hell. But it's going through some problems right now. There are people that are negatively criticizing this movie, and are saying that it doesn't live up to the hype, things of that sort, saying that it just shows that the adaptation of a movie doesn't necessarily make a newer adaptation doesn't necessarily make it that great. I personally think they're wrong. I loved it. I was floored by it. And I'm just curious as to whether or not y'all think it's justified to say that the movie's overblown. Steph, did you get a chance to check it out?
I haven't. It's on my agenda, but honestly, finding out that Zendaya was only in it for 7 minutes really lowered my excitement about the film.
Okay, fair enough. Well, would it change your mind if you found out that even though it may have been only 7 minutes, that she's probably going to have a much more prominent role in the upcoming ones, because they set it up for like a trilogy. And also, despite her lack of screen time, she is a very significant part of the plot when it comes to this movie. So yes, I think that despite Steph not necessarily seeing Zendaya on there for that long, that she still was like one of the main characters despite only being on there for a few minutes. What'd you think?
So yeah, they showed like intermediate clips of her, Stephanie, like throughout the entire movie, basically. And I mean, like you're for her to be so prominent of a character and only be shown for up to 8 minutes, you know what I'm saying? You literally have to wait till the last 30 minutes of the movie for her to even pop onto the screen and like actually see her like in person instead of in a dream. So yeah, I mean, that part was a little disappointing for sure. But like, I think my biggest thing was the first part was it was a little bit confusing because like if you don't know the backstory behind you and if you haven't read the books, if you haven't seen the previous movie, you know what I'm saying, you don't really know too much about like the background. So that part was a little like confusing at first, but it left me intrigued to find out more. So that's what I really liked about it. I watched it and I was like, damn, I'm intrigued to find out like why this boy is the chosen one. Like what makes him so special? You know what I'm saying? Like why is Zendaya such an important part of his path? Like why does he see her even though he didn't even know who she was? And it took him a couple years after he first started seeing her to find her. So it's just it's very interesting, like the journey that this one boy goes on, and like his parents, like they just seem like normal parents at first, but his mom is a fucking total badass. So I really liked this movie. It was really cool. I liked, you know, the ships and stuff I thought were really cool. It kind of gave me a little bit of Eternal vibes before seeing like the Eternals, you know what I'm saying? Because of the way like the ships were a little different and stuff like that. But I don't know, it was super cool. I mean, I did get a lot of Star Wars vibes, and I think that's why it was so welcoming to a lot of people, because it gave you like hope for a different type of you know, like space future, you know what I'm saying, like a whole storyline. So I liked those aspects of it. And Stephanie, I would watch it because it wasn't bad. It definitely was intriguing, and I would say that.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think, I mean, well, I don't know how Mr. J feels about any of this stuff, if he feels at all, if he has feelings. Feel free to chime in if you do, by the way. But I think that the movie itself, if you saw the first one, if you saw the first Doom, like as a child, I saw it like as a kid, and I just remember those sandworms. And even as a child, I remember being like, yo, them sandworms look so corny, you know what I'm saying? But they still were so intriguing. And to see them in full force, you know what I'm saying? To see them like huge, I just thought it was dope as hell. Let me chime in with Mr. J. Mr. J, what are your feelings on the subject?
I think people just like to hate a good thing. And for that reason, I love it.
Yo, look, I get to see this dude's face at all times. So at any moment, I could just like look down and bam, there it is in your face. If y'all got kids that act up, bring them to the show right now and tell them that we have the gentleman that's going to be in your nightmares if you don't go and clean up that room and wash them dishes and get that homework done. My Lord, holy shit.
I love the kids.
I bet. Yeah, what that? Whoa! All right, cool. Well,
he
listen.
said great hair except for Vince.
Well, listen, bro, calm down. Mine is on my chin. At least a couple hairs that I got left in there. All right. Well, anyway, and if Tyrone was here, he would join the great hair gang too, man. But it is what it is. Good grief, man. So, the cool thing about seeing this movie again, just so we can kind of wrap this up, this criticism that I think it brought is that like it gives almost the exact same script, almost the exact same performances. If you watch the first movie and watch this one side by side, it's almost the exact same thing. It's just readapted. And I love seeing like the fact that they're smart enough to even have these huge portals. Now, as a space nerd, I love to see how they do the time travel stuff. I mean, the space travel stuff and all that. So I'm looking forward to these next few installments. And if it looks like they did the Peter Jackson way and went ahead and filmed all 3 of them in a row. I'm really hoping that that's what happened, because with that you get the consistency. You know, unlike I'm watching this other show where they clearly started taping like way after the first one, and now you can tell like the kids are growing up and all this other crazy stuff. Speaking of kids growing up, real quick mention, I want to shout out Yaz, Harley Yaz, for putting this idea in everybody's head this week. Speaking of Zendaya, a fierce debate as to whether or not this movie would be dope as hell.
Yes.
Came up a topic. Now this is fan art, so this is not like Quentin Tarantino trying to to give anybody a preview of what's to come. Although he did mention in an interview recently that he may take on Kill Bill 3 as his next project. But I, for one, when I saw this, I was like, yo, of course they're going to make this movie. Why wouldn't they make this movie? Steph, are you a fan of the Kill Bill series by chance? Uh-oh.
Did we lose her?
There we
Did
go.
Okay.
I see me. Do you guys see me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see you.
Okay. No, not really. I did watch it because everyone talked about it so much that I felt like I needed to. And I don't know, just white people. It didn't excite me.
So you didn't see Vivica Fox?
I was gonna say Vivica J. Fox is in that movie.
I do remember, but she gets killed by the white woman, right?
They all get killed by the white woman.
All right, yeah.
But she's in multiple movies. She's not in just one movie.
Yeah, she I mean, in all honesty, I mean, I don't want to spoil this, but she kills practically everybody.
Right.
The movie, the theme of it is she basically was married to this, or is about to marry this guy, and the guy, tries to assassinate her, and then everybody on the team, since she's not working with them anymore, now becomes a lot more difficult. Anyway, at the end of the day, clearly there's too many white folks in it for Steph to enjoy it. But I think that this idea will sell off. Me personally, Yaz, I think that if this hits the theaters, that this will be a box office smash. I think that they won't let it go directly to HBO Max. I think that, as a matter of fact, I remember this scene distinctly when she killed moms, and when she took the sword out, her daughter was right there in the background, and she was like, "Look, I know you don't like what you see, but if I'm gonna still be around." And the cool part about it was like it was a sense of honor, like basically, the bride, Uma Thurman's character was kind of like almost like some sort of like samurai. She has honor. She has a code. You know what I'm saying? She's not going to just she could have killed the daughter. You know what I'm saying? But like, fuck it. You're only 9, 10. I could kill you right now. Not have to worry about you. She was like, nah. So the point I'm making is, despite the fact that the lead actress wasn't a member of the people of color, a group of people of color, it has now given us a pathway to a movie that will more than likely star, hopefully, Zendaya, or somebody that is worthy of wearing that crown. And I think that a next installment of Kill Bill starring one badass samurai black girl would really, really, really kill in the box office, because we ain't seen nothing like that.
And the fact that Tarantino would be the director, the writer, it would like make it that much more of just like it would throw more angst to it, because he always does, if you know Quentin and you know his history, he always does things like in a trilogy if he can. You know what I'm saying? So like what's the Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico, you know what I'm saying? Like all those movies, like in I can't remember the fucking other movie that goes with that one too.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico, and this I know Johnny Depp.
There's another one anyway, but like he's his the way he like lays out the story, you know what I'm saying? It's amazing. I love it. And the fact that like if he does this, it's just gonna, oh my God, it's just gonna empower Black people to be more badass. I'm not gonna lie, because everything he does is to the extreme, and he holds no bars. He fucking like the action is incredible. Like I don't understand how they do it. It's fucking incredible. I love watching all of his movies. Like legit, he's my favorite director and writer.
Agreed. I mean, the only I like Quentin Tarantino's mind. I like his story. I like what how, I mean, if you don't know anything about Quentin Tarantino, his backstory is that he was basically a spaz. He was a dude who was working in a theater in a one of those bootleg blockbuster, basically renting out movies and stuff like that. But while he was there, he's writing scripts. This is what I understand. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. And then while he's writing scripts, eventually one of them gets picked up, and he starts his career basically as a guy who's just their everyman. And that kind of gives a lot of people hope, because they're like, yo, look, man, if Quentin Tarantino can do it from behind a counter at some freaking radio of some shop, then any one of us can do it. But for me, this particular storyline is just really, really enticing, man. So I genuinely hope that this comes to fruition. Mr. J, did you happen to get a look at Mr. Tarantino's Kill Bill series at all? Did you have any feelings about it?
Me and Quentin went to school as childs, and
Childs.
Yeah, child. And he was a very bright guy, and I liked him a lot, but he made fun of my smile, and I didn't like that, so we're no longer friends.
All right, well, I'm glad we get the heads up, so I'll know not to make fun of your smile as well. I'm sorry, y'all. Mr. J is creeping me out still. Yeah, this is the scene where Vivica and Uma actually go head to head, and you see the daughter in the background. So it's completely crazy, man. I thought that it was brilliant. I mean, I do think that Quentin Tarantino sometimes gets a little frivolous with the N-word when it's unnecessary in his movies. I don't know why he feels there. I remember there was a couple scenes in like Pulp Fiction where I was like,
yeah,
why did he have to? What's the dead nigga storage thing about? And like I didn't really necessarily like that. And there's a couple other complaints that I could launch. But I mean, he's got his Samuel L. Jackson in his corner, who is constantly bigging him up. So yeah, and that might be right. I see Lisa saying that I think he cut his mom up. Well, a lot of us had to go with that, man. That happens, man. When your family wants you to just be safe, and you're thinking, look, safety isn't what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a bigger dream. I guess that can be a little difficult to manage, but it is what it is, man. I just hope that this movie becomes something one day. Now, back to what I was talking about before. Foundation, guys, is a new show that's out, and we've been discussing it the last couple weeks. I'm thrilled to say that this is not some bullshit ass show. This show has legs. This show is giving me vibes of like, Deep Space Nine, Galaxy, like freaking like Babylon 5. It's got staying power, and it's well written. The cast is diverse enough. All right, could there be more darker people? Sure. But the fact that the overwhelming majority of the lead characters in this particular cast are people of color is definitely a plus for me. And I also just like the fact that it considers the things that could actually happen in real life. Steffi, you just watched the first episode. I'm eager to hear what your thoughts are about it. And we'll go to Yaz after that.
I definitely liked that we had some strong Black women right up there in the opening. I was like, okay, all right. I'm leaning in. I still have a lot of questions. I don't tend to love shows that are like, hey, we're just going to drop you into this thing as if you know what it is and not explain it to you right now. I spent a lot of time just like, what is going on? Like, why was she about to be arrested? Why are people so shocked that she's here? They did eventually explain it in the episode, which I appreciate, but I was annoyed that like the first 30 minutes, they were just acting like I should know what's going on, but they hadn't explained it to me. But I am intrigued. I think, what's the name of the like assistant dude? Rage. He was very cute. I will not be disappointed to see more of him. And I'm intrigued by this lady on Terminus that like is the only one that can touch the thing that nobody else can touch. That part to me felt a little bit like, how does this link into everything else? That felt sort of weird and disconnected. The rest of the story made sense. And I felt like they just kept throwing in that weird object on Terminus. And I don't know. It feels like a strange tangent to me. I wish they would tie that in better. But I'm here for it. I'm interested to see what happens next.
So let me challenge you here for a little bit. So you want to go into the show and you want them to explain everything as it unfolds take away the mysterious aspect of unveiling it slowly throughout the series. Is that correct?
Yes, I want to know what is going on. Like, I want that first conversation to be like, yeah, you got to go because they arrest scientists on this planet. Cool, I know what's happening. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So she wants to start the movie off like, just so y'all know, the butler did it with the wrench in the kitchen, and we'll explain to you how throughout the movie. Actually, I personally kind of dig the unveiling as long as they do it in a manner that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't have me waiting until the very end of the series to figure something out. At least in this series, I feel like they tried it out. They give you the breadcrumbs without having to make you wait all the way to the end. Like, you're on episode 1. Episode 2 is going to be extremely different from episode 1. And episode 3 is going to be extremely different from episode 2. Like, they move exponentially in different time zones and different storylines and different plot lines in the show. And I tend to enjoy a little bit of mystery. Yaz, are you caught up?
Yeah, I'm caught up. I'm gonna rain on y'all's parade and let you know. I'm not as enthralled with this show as you expected me to be.
What? No. Why?
I mean, I like it. I finished it. I liked it, but I'm like, I don't know. I might have to rewatch it because it was very slow for me and dragging at times. So I don't know. It wasn't bad. I just wasn't as enthused with it as I thought I was going to be. I'm ready for the next episode, but I'm not just like, Foundation, like you thought I was going to be. I'm really liking though. C. I am very much.
Oh, you watching C?
Oh my God. With that, but yeah, I'm not really feeling like these Foundation vibes. Like, I don't know. I guess I have a lot of questions, and I don't know if I'm missing something or they're not explaining something. That's maybe why I'm feeling this way, but I don't know. It's if I had to give it a rating, I would give it like a 5.
Wow. Okay. Now look, Mr. J, I know you are. I know that you, that you're in rare form this morning.
Looks disappointed. Look at him.
But good Lord, my man, could you please join the conversation as it pertains to Foundation and tell us your true feelings? Because I feel like it's getting sniped right now. I, for one, have been raving about it. What about you, Mr. J, or whoever else may be behind the makeup, if anybody?
I feel like Harley's being very, very judgmental this I love the show. It wakes me up every afternoon because I watch it every day. And
you watch it every day.
I watch it every day while I'm planning how to take over Gotham. But I definitely don't agree with Harley this time. I'm sorry, babes, but I don't agree. And this is a really good show, and people should watch it and make that decision for themselves. And
what makes it so good, Mr. J?
Falling apart. Falling apart. Oh my gosh.
Mr. J, as your face is deteriorating, could you tell us what you love about the show and why Yaz is wrong? I mean, why Harley is wrong here?
Sometimes it takes time to unfold things. Everything doesn't always have to come fast. It's taken me years to take down the bat, but I'm gonna get it done. Better believe it. And that boy Wonder, he better watch his back.
Do you agree with Stephanie's assessment that that it may be moving a little slow, that they should reveal things a little sooner? Are you okay with the pace of the show?
I think Stephanie wants to see a movie and not a TV series. I think she needs to watch movies because that's what they do in movies. In TV series, they take their time and unfold things, like a couple episodes of Batman and Joker.
Kids don't do drugs. For those of y'all out there, especially not the ones they give in Gotham. My God, because my man is lit right now. Well, I I agree with. Obviously, me and Ty. I mean, Mr. J, on the same page here, man. I think that one of the best one of the best parts of the show is that it's not for those who may not necessarily want to put their mind into the show. They want to invest their actual intellectuality. This is a show that you have to think about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there are still questions. I'm on episode 4, and I still am not sure who is who and what's what. And there's still things being unveiled as we go along. So I don't know, man. I kind of like the mysterious aspect of it. I like to. There's a couple other shows I'm watching, like I'm watching War of the Worlds right now, which is really annoying me. It's really taking a long time to give us all of the secrets. But this one in particular, I think I like how it melds, how it integrates actual science from what that could be the future. Remember they had like a whole space tower or something. Like, I think that's something that could possibly happen one day. They have mathematical equations that predict the future. They have, there's a whole bunch of crazy stuff. They have beings that are created just to live in space. But I haven't seen
religion. They have religion.
Religion.
Religion is definitely prominent in this show.
Religion is prominent. They pray to somebody, I guess, called the what's it called? The sleeper, the sleep
goddess.
The sleep something. The chat. I forgot. Whatever. What were you gonna say? Hopefully I remember, Stephanie.
I think that they're doing a really good job of making you care about the characters, because when you think about it, the stakes are not very high for the people actually on the show. The things that they're doing are really not going to have any impact on them personally. They're like, okay, like 500 years from now, there's going to be darkness, either 30,000 years or 1,000 years. So not for us, not for any of our, inheritance that we might ever know or think about, but 500 years from now, people are going to be in trouble. Let's try and help them. Like, I kind of felt like if it was my life on the line, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be around to see this. No, I'm going to live my life and enjoy myself. Like, y'all figure it out. It is interesting to me that the problem they're trying to solve has absolutely nothing to do with them.
Well, wow. Stephanie, you only saw one episode. You're making assumptions about the whole series.
That's what they said.
One episode.
They said that.
Yeah, but there's a lot that's wrong about that. It definitely pertains to all of the people that are there.
Yeah, your boy definitely. If you keep watching this, Steph, your love interest here is going to have quite an impact on what happens going forward. And yeah, this is a cascading type episode, series where it's not easy. It's not a simple plot line. It continues to, and the further into the season you get, the more complex it gets. I'm actually heartbroken a little bit that Yaz, after she just gave that reigning review of Dune, this show has, like, it's Dune-esque without they're in the desert, they're on another planet.
Like I said, I'm confused. I might have to rewatch it because, like, I feel like I'm missing things, and that's why I'm not liking it. And it's very slow paced too. It's not like it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when they go back, it's like halfway into the episode from the last episode that they're going back. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's a lot. I've been watching a lot of shows, and for me to try and, like, be intermediately watching that all week, it's just been like, it's been draining. I feel like that was the only season that I was just kind of like, God, I gotta watch this whole thing. Okay, here we go. So okay. I'll rewatch it, and we can revisit my feelings on this, maybe next week or something like that, but I'm just saying it was cool. I'm not saying it was a cool show. I'm not enthralled with it like you guys are right now.
You said that you're confused. What let me ask, what is that confused? What you
so
confused
okay, so I feel like it's gonna ruin shit for people though. Like,
fuck it, we're up to episode 3, and Steph can always read. Steph don't give a shit. Like Steph's like, come on, man.
You're up to episode 3.
Give them to me.
Nah, yeah, I'm up. It's only there's only been 3, I think 3 or 4 episodes this far.
Foundation?
So I think no, you definitely aren't watching the right show then.
Yeah, this has 8 episodes.
7 or 8 episodes.
Yeah, and I watched all of them. And
so
7 or 8 episodes. Watching? Yeah, that's why. Keep watching, and then you'll understand. Yeah, you're like right at that point where shit starts switching up and shit, and you'll understand why I'm like, what the
you're
fuck
confusing
happened?
It with Invasion.
Right. I was just about to say that. I was just about to say Invasion is
Which
what I'm confused with.
I actually liked Invasion. I liked Invasion more than I liked this show, and believe it or not, I liked Invasion. It was very intriguing. I was like, what is going on right now? Like,
the fuck? Are you serious right now? Is this really happening right now?
Really happening.
Foundation is Invasion's doing better than Foundation. Are you not
at this point?
Let me just all right. We're speaking about Invasion right now. For those of y'all don't know, Apple Plus has a show called Invasion. We didn't even talk about whether we were going to talk about it or not, so I don't even expect Stephanie or I don't know Ty if Mr. J's watched it and all.
I've watched it all.
You watched it all? Okay. Let's compare and contrast these 2 different shows. Okay, so we have Foundation, all right? Foundation, which takes place on Earth and in the entire galaxy, where there's a whole lot going on, and we know what's going on. There's the Anacreans. There's 2 groups of people that are not necessarily happy with the fact that there's a hierarchy of the people called the Empire that live on Earth, which is basically a guy who came up with a bunch of who ruled a long time ago, who decided he doesn't want to die. He's going to spread his DNA. He's going to clone himself until the end of time because he feels that he's the only one that has the authority to rule over this certain area. Now, fast forward, and we're looking at Invasion. Invasion hasn't revealed shit. It is the 4th episode.
But it has though. So
okay.
In Invasion, what's going on right now up to episode 4, if anyone has checked it out, is there's worldwide pandemic phenomenon going on. There's like a terrorist attack and they don't know what's going on. They don't know if it's like a certain country doing it or they have no idea. It's actually an alien from outer space, multiple aliens that you can't fucking really see either. And they work with like sound waves and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like in order to like really kind of mess with you and like, I don't know, like leave you disorientated, I guess you could say, and kill you. So I don't know. I'm intrigued like so much with Invasion because like, I don't know what the fuck is the threat and how they're going to beat it and if they're ever going to figure it out in time. And the fact that the damn dad fucking had an affair, got this bitch pregnant, is trying to leave, and he literally tried to leave his kids multiple times in the middle of like the world fucking ending. You know what I'm saying? Like, and abandon his children to get to his fucking new pregnant woman. It's just, it's intriguing to me. I don't know, like the way I'm just waiting for the mom to like really hit his ass. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm waiting for it. I am so ready because like, yeah, she's keeping that shit together for sure. And I'm just intrigued by it. I don't know. There's so much things going on, you know, that I'm just like, I'm curious about. Like, the black soldier, is he gonna fucking, you know, make it home? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
There's just so many things I'm intrigued about. Foundation, I feel like, you see, you're only at a certain point. That's what I'm saying. Like, keep watching and you'll understand what I mean by it. Like, and I can't keep telling you stuff because you're when you watch.
I'm caught up. I'm caught up on Foundation. I'm caught up on everything.
So you watched all of Foundation?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so with Foundation, the part that really confuses me is the fact that they go from going to Terminus, planning to arrive on Terminus, to now they're there. There's a whole colony, whole people. And now we have this sheriff, and I really like this sheriff. She's super dope, and her boyfriend is cool too. I like him. Austin said he reminds that his character is based off of Butcher, off of The Boys, 100%, with the accent and everything.
Yeah, I can
It's super funny, but other than that, like it's a good show, but like it left me with so many questions, like what the fuck happened? Because then we get to see the main character, the original. I can't remember that fucking girl's name right now.
Yeah.
The prodigy, yes, her, the prodigy of Harry Seldon. They show her, and then they show like a clip of something going on between her boyfriend and fucking Harry Seldon, and then he stabs him, and then her boyfriend's gone. She's on this fucking ship, and she's hundreds of fucking light years away from everybody and trying to outsmart the ship so she can try and get back. It's just like it was really confusing. Then I was like, what the fuck happened?
Okay. All right, I get that. I can understand that. Let me and that makes sense. That's a good reason to be a little there. What I see is that there are plot holes that have yet to be filled, and that's frustrating for you. And there's a couple of huge plot holes that I still don't know the answer to, that I frankly was misdirected with. I don't know if Mr. J could jump in, but I thought that the warden, all right, the warden, which is the young girl. I thought that was old boy, like this guy and this girl's daughter at first.
Yeah, so did I.
I still hold out this weird like sense that there's something weird going on with the warden, to where I think that they're going to actually reveal that she is somebody of importance with regard to her genetics and her DNA. But outside of that, I think that what's going on is basically there's a guy who says, "Hey, look, bro," and the guy's name is Harry Sheldon on the right hand side.
Sheldon.
He comes up with a Seldon. He comes up with a way to calculate the mathematics and logic, the future based on history. Now the empire on the left hand side can't stand it because their whole entire existence, the structure of which they exist, is based on it. So he says, "Nah, fuck that. I see what's going to happen, and this is what I'm going to do in order to combat it." And he outsmarts them. I mean, I don't want to go down the whole plot, but the fact of the matter is, like, most of that stuff I thought was pretty straightforward. You know what? I hate bad Joker. When I get so excited about a show and then Yaz just shits on the show, like just completely shits completely on it. And in this case now Stephanie's jumping on the bandwagon too.
I have valid points though. Like I have valid points on this one, okay? And sometimes I have valid points as to why I say things, but I'm just saying, I'm not like, "Ooh, Foundation, I have to watch it." I'm not using it to fucking take over the world like the Joker is. So that's all I'm saying about it. It's okay. It's not like, "Ooh."
Well, what I mean, but what? All right, look.
Okay, so you want to know what's really irking me about the show?
Please.
How come no one believes the fucking black lady, the damn warden? No one trusts her. No one believes her, and all this bullshit happens because they're fucking dumb. That's all I have to say about it. It's just like it's literally like watching like a fucking like TV show when I was a kid. Like, oh, like she's the smart one, she knows everything, but everyone's like, no, she's an outcast, so we don't want to trust her, even though she has all the fucking answers. It's just like it's ignorance. So like I guess because of that point, it irks me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not like all enthralled with it because I'm just like, dog, you guys have all the answers, and you're literally making this longer and coming up with all these issues in between just so we can get to the point.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, does she have all the answers?
I mean, for the most part, like she's the only one that can like fucking get close to the damn artifact, first of all, without like passing out or dying. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big significance right there. And like nobody wants to know why. They're just like cool with the fact that she has this fucking mega superpower type shit. Like she's Superman right now, and they fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're just like weaklings. So my question is like, why don't they trust her when she's the fucking warden, one? And that dude who was Harry Seldon's prodigy, who's a bitch, he didn't trust her. He didn't listen to her. And what happened? The fucking the bad people, the lady they had captured, ended up capturing them, ripped out her eyeball. That shit was cool as fuck, though. I'm not gonna lie. That was super cool. But I mean, it's just like there's so many holes in this that's like it's irking me, you know. And the fact that they're not explaining shit, like it's another irk. So I'm gonna still watch it. Maybe my analysis will change. I'm just letting you know, as of right now, it's driving me crazy.
Is driving you nuts. All right. Well, I dig the warden's character. I think she's killing it. I think that she's strong. I even like all of her earrings. I like her kid and play flat top. I like the fact that she's like 34 years older than she really looks. I like all of this shit. I like the fact she's a badass and the kids respect her, and the fact that she has the ability to walk up to that the artifact without having any issues. I love the fact that she's even smart enough to use it as a weapon in her advantage. I like the fact that even she up until the currently is willing to basically put her life on the line for everything that it is she's believing in. Now the only thing I don't really like is the fact that I don't really know exactly, like, if you can't follow the storyline, one thing they do is they unveil it as they go along, and I still can't really tell like who she is, like why is she important, what gave her this power, what allows her, and I mean over time you kind of get, I mean they're playing this weird ass game of Clue, right? It's basically space Clue. Like, why did old boy kill Harry Seldon?
Her boyfriend kill him. Yeah.
I mean, we saw him do it in episode 1 or 2, and then he doesn't explain it until like episode 6 or 7. You know what I'm saying? And even that, it doesn't even completely make all that sense. Who is this girl? Like for real. Like, why is it that she is the only one that is now aboard that ship that Harry Seldon's AI is on? What's up, Mr. J?
Well, Panther Man, I'm gonna just say this. You have to pay attention to details with this show.
All right.
It did explain why he killed Harry. He killed Harry because he needed the guy to get off the ship. He needed him to get off the ship because he was hindering the girl. And that's what he needed them to be separated, because she wasn't going to do what she needed to do while he was there. And that's what he talked about in the last episode, was that he told Rafe to kill him so that Rafe would run and then wind up on the ship that she's on. But she decided to go into the room and she saw it and messed everything up. But we find out later that she can see the future. Now, I would love to have her on my team, because it'd be so easy for me to kill the bat if I knew his moves.
And he did say also, Mr. J, that he was looking that his plan would only work if he was dead, because people had to believe in an idea. An idea is bigger than a person, and so and I think that's also it. But in that same breath, he installed his personality into the computer, and that's how he was able to keep his personality, I guess, going for the future. But the question is, like, did he expect Ray to be killed? I don't know. Obviously, he didn't, because he wasn't supposed to be there. He was all surprised when he woke up. But now, what the hell is their goal? What are they doing? Like, they're not going to Terminus. What exactly is their purpose at this point?
Going to his home planet. That's where they're going.
For what?
Because this girl can see the future, and he knew that. Back when, that's why he kept asking her and probing her and saying, "Hey, why did you come in the room when you came in the room? You have a routine, and I know about your routine, but you're in here. Tell me why." And then we find out she can see the future.
I guess we both have to rewatch it because we missed shit, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's still slow paced. You're like, oh, I'm gonna look at my phone for a minute, and then you're like, oh, 10 minutes went by. Cool. Okay, let's keep watching it.
Right. Would you call slow paced? I would call something different. I think that they're actually,
I call it calculated. That's what I call it. Yeah, calculated. All the moves on this show are calculated.
Yes, okay. Yes, I agree.
I'm not mad at that at all. I'm just saying, like, I wish it was just calculated for me to understand it more.
Well, all right. Well, speaking of calculated, let's talk about your show, because this shit right here is, I mean, you actually are digging Invasion.
Yeah.
Now, Stephanie, Invasion is a show that we didn't really start talking about, but just so you know, it's your typical apocalyptic aliens are coming down, we're going to kill everything type of show. Except for me, the thing that I have against this show is I think that this is a soap opera
It's a drama
mixed in to a little bit of with a tiny bit of alien takeover. There's like on every episode is like 40 minutes, and there's only like 5 minutes worth of alien encounters in that. The rest of it is, oh, he's cheating on me. Oh, there's a baby. Oh, he's bullying me. Oh, I lost my mate in space. You know what I'm saying? It's this whole little days of our lives bullshit going on with this freaking show that takes it outside the realm of sci-fi and fantasy and puts it more in soap opera territory. That makes me like, yo, I didn't sign on to watch a space telenovela. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels a little that shit feels slow. Now, don't get me wrong. Am I happy that that there are certain things that are happening now that are more revealing? Sure. But Yaz, the fact that this dude is cheating on his wife, or that she's gonna leave her or leave him or whatever, that does nothing for me. Like, I'm like, well, who's gonna kill her? Yes, it's like who? When do we get to see the alien? Like, the fact that we finally get to see the alien in like one of the last episodes for a brief second is my saving grace. Other than that, I think we feel the opposite way about these shows. Invasion for me is getting on my nerves, and I wish they'd hurry up and get to the good parts. But obviously that's not how you feel. What do you? I mean, other than the storyline, that's all you really like about it. I mean, what? Why should I like the show so much? Yes.
Just because like it's there's so much like to just like unfold with this one and like how everything is going down. So okay, so for instance, the little boy can fucking hear whispering and shit, and like no one really else can really hear it. Like the mom heard it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But like no one else can really hear it. Why is he so special that he can only really hear that whispering? You know what I'm saying?
Because he's carrying around a piece of
I know that, but that's what I'm saying though. Like, where did he even fucking get that piece from? Right. See what I'm saying? Like, there's the whole neighborhood around his house got fucking destroyed. Their house didn't. Their house was the only house in that circle vicinity that was not destroyed, and all the neighbors were pissed at them for that. Remember?
Well, was that the same neighborhood?
Yeah. And he found that, and then all of a sudden he like is screaming, you know what I'm saying, when mom and dad go out to like investigate like what's going on, and like there's nothing wrong with their house, and then all of a sudden like dad comes back inside and the fucking windows just all blow out, you know what I'm saying? Like, so right. And then dad just like, I don't know, has a fucking mental epiphany where he just like got to get the fuck away from these, like, you know, from his family. Like that shit, like, I don't know, it's just, I just felt like the realness in it, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is real shit. He like just like he already told his wife he was planning on leaving her this week, and this motherfucker was trying to get in his neighbor's car when his neighbors was trying to escape safely out of the fucking neighborhood, right in front of the kids too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like there's a lot of feels in this, and then I like how like they give us like different like areas. You know what I'm saying? Like with the Asian ladies. I like their story, the astronauts. You know what I'm saying? Like that lady. I feel like that I can't remember her name in the show. It's like Miss Misuki or something like that, or
Misuki.
I don't know. But she's gonna be. I feel like she's gonna be a very important part of this whole storyline because of the fact that like she figured out like with the dad of her dead lover that it's a frequency. That they can find out what those that ship that collided with the spaceship was, you know what I'm saying, and figure out what happened to, you know, her girlfriend that died. So I feel like, I don't know, there's a lot of really cool things like happening here low key that we're not appreciating, and it's gonna make a lot more sense later on when like, you know, it unfolds. We only got 4 episodes in, and like I'm like, damn, I want to know what happens next.
Yeah. I mean, this is a good point. It's not a bad point. You bring up some really good points.
The build up is it's on point. I mean, I can't be mad at them. Like that's why I like it, because they're making me want to watch it to find out what the fuck's going on.
But so let me get this straight. you don't mind it being slow.
Exactly.
But you have a problem with Foundation being slow.
But this show is not really slow. I don't find this show to be slow, though. I feel like everything
it's very slow.
But Foundation, I feel like, was slower. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was just like, okay, let's get this over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like I was so enthralled by it. Like, this one, I was, like, up at, like, 5 o'clock this morning, you know, just like, damn, what is that? Where the fuck did they go? Where'd all the people go? Yeah, like, it just, like, it left me with so many, like, questions. And now Austin watched the first one, and he was, like, intrigued by it. I told him I finished it, and I was like, dude, you gotta finish watching that shit. It's fucking dope. He's excited. Foundation, he watched, like, the first 2 or 3 episodes with me, and then he stopped watching. He was like, this is boring as fuck. Sorry. And I'm like, no, I feel you. That's kind of how I'm feeling too. Like, it's a slower, not more exciting pace. You know, it's explaining shit in the Foundation. Like I'm wondering in the Foundation, like, why does the last clone that was lastly made, you know, like, I can't remember what the fuck order. I think it's Brother Day. He's like the present one, like the young one, right? Like the baby of them, the kid. Or is it Dawn?
It's Day, Dusk, and Dawn.
Okay, yeah. So Day, Dusk, and Dawn. So he would be Day, the young one?
Yeah, no, the youngest is Dawn.
Okay, so Dawn, Brother Dawn, was like jumping out of the fucking window, okay?
Yeah.
And like just, you know, just to test his like fucking shield theory and everything, whatever. And he's like the anomaly out of all of them. If they're all clones, then why is he special?
Oh, well, he's colorblind.
That's what I was about to say. Like, he's colorblind. I mean, along with like, there's obviously other things going on with him too, because he had to eat that root stuff for his pain. We didn't see any of the other brothers having to eat any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like, there's obviously something going on with that kid.
He's defective. Defective.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, how many clones did they make until finally they have a defective clone? So like, that part was interesting, but like the whole fighting between the little brother rivalry, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like it was kind of dry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Dawn and the Dusk, when they were like arguing about like, you know, like what decisions to make and shit. It's just like, I don't know, it's dry for me. It's just like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, you understand that the guy who's playing the guy in the early half of the series, the gentleman that was Day is the reason why shit is all fucked up, because he didn't heed the word of Harry Seldon. He decided also, instead of killing Harry Seldon, to send him out to terminal, right? Which now the younger brother at the time was like, yo, what the fuck? Why are you sure you want to do that? Now that younger brother's older, and he blames the older Dawn, the older Dusk, for making those poor decisions. Now the youngest is now the outlier. He's now the one, not only can he not see colors like they can, but he's also starting to fall in love. He's starting to question whether or not his existence it should be as significant as it should be. Like, he's a complete anomaly. And if you watch this last episode, you realize he has to be on his P's and Q's. Remember when they was out in the forest and they was hunting and shit, and the dude shot like 6 birds, and he was like, oh shit, and he's like, yo, look, you doing even better. He's like, you know, hide that shit, because he knows that even any minor glitch that they see that makes him anything other than a copy of the original will make them bring in the backup dude and say, fuck you.
Another thing too, they were at dinner all having a conversation. He picked up his cup with the left hand. Brother whatever, the second brother was like, and he was, you know what I'm saying? So like, obviously he's noticing there's shit going on. He's not looking into it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of shit in the background going on in Foundation. I just wish they would unfold more so that I could like it more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like it. I just like, they're just hiding so much shit that like is to come, and I'm not ready for the build.
The reason why I think this is so frustrating for me, hold up real quick, Mr. J, is because the same exact reason why you are like, I wish they would just explain it, That's how I feel about Invasion. Let me see a motherfucking alien. Let me see who the fuck it is coming down to this. Like, what the fuck? It's now episode 5 is coming up, and
yeah, we'll probably see the aliens then, because the black dude done like went into the force field thing where the fucking alien ship was, and it was like, oh, and then it fucking boom, and all the fucking dudes disappeared, and now his nigga that he was talking to grandma died, so you know he's gonna be like fucking Rambo, you know what I'm saying, to figure out what the fuck's going on with the damn aliens and get back to headquarters. So I mean, I feel like the next episode is like we're right on track. We're gonna find out what that threat is, and you know what I'm saying, we're gonna start figuring out like how the fuck they're killing us, how can we beat them, like what are their weaknesses, you know what I'm saying. So I feel like this is the point in that show where shit is about to hit the fucking fan, you know what I'm saying, like they're literally gearing us up for like a great ending, because if you think about it, they have all those side people who are all connected to this one thing, and they're all trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Everybody in the world is trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, but the intelligent people are like, there's some underlying shit happening here. This is not a fucking terrorist attack. This is more than that. So I don't know. I'm really intrigued. Like, okay, so the dude from Jurassic Park, I'm intrigued to find out, like, is he dead?
Right.
What the fuck was that thing that came out of the fucking ground and just like in the back of his neck, and then like, you know what I'm saying?
See, I have a theory about this. And I told Ty when he was available before he became Jack Napier here, or whoever that is. I told him, I was like, I think there might be an invasion of the body snatchers thing going on here. There might be this might be the type of organism that isn't just walking around on 2 feet with 2 arms, 2 eyes, and 2 ears. It might be the type of organism that takes over your body. And that's kind of intriguing. But the fact that we haven't found that out, and it's about to be episode 5, says that it's slow, just as slow as Foundation is. You know what I'm saying? At least in Foundation, we saw
I have 8 episodes in on Foundation. I'm still confused. I'm only at 4, and I'm not confused. That's all I'm saying.
Are we confused, or are we just antsy? I'm
confused because like there's okay, so why did I get like we have a little bit of story, but like I don't know, there was obviously more to it why like the boyfriend killed Harry, you know what I'm saying? And Harry, before he died, he said he fucked up. That's why he had to kill him. So I want to know what he fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't explain that, and it just cut to her being on that ship. I want to know how did we go from him being stabbed, her seeing that, to her being on a fucking ship alone in the middle of it, you know what I'm saying, like in the middle of space. That's what I want to know.
Harley.
I was about to say, come through
again, Harley. You have to pay attention.
That's why I said I'll rewatch it.
They have shown why that's going on.
Okay.
She was put into a pod, and she was shot into space, and in that pod, she was able to live for 34 years until she reached her destination. The reason that Harry said he fucked up was because he didn't explain all of these things and talk to her. It wasn't because of anything else. He definitely wanted Ra's to kill him, but that was so that she, the girl, would and Rafe would not be together. That was the point of everything that he was doing, was to get her on track to solve the equation. That's why he wanted her around. But
and that equation that she's working on right now is what you're talking about? The one on the ship?
Yes. Because that was really supposed to be where Rafe was going. But since she walked in the room, Rafe panicked and put her in the pod instead of putting himself in the pod. So that's why.
Yeah. Remember, Rafe wasn't supposed to die. You know what I mean? He ended up getting kicked out and all of that, right? So when this dude ended up losing his life, I guess it kind of sent I don't know, I don't even remember all of their names or whatever, but the young lady right here, she ends up going kind of not ape shit, but she gets real sad and she jumps into the pod and she goes off, and now she's out there with an AI version of Harry Seldon, where they're closer to his home world. And I think that's where we are at this point, to just kind of see like why she didn't end up being on Terminus, which is that's the part I'm confused about. Yes, of all the things that are confusing, I just want to know, like, how did the world even end up existing if Harry Seldon never even ended up on Foundation?
That's what
Terminus.
That's one of my main questions, though. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and the fact that she never made a determinants either. So how did that foundation even? You know what I'm saying? Shoot, they were supposed to be the ones starting the foundation. That's one of my main questions. You know what I'm saying? And like I don't understand the whole him dying and her. So I don't get why her boyfriend had to die for her to solve an equation. Like I get it, it's a pivotal moment, and you know, like had to happen in order. I get that, but I just like I don't know that. There's just so many interlining questions that I fucking have that are not being answered. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna rewatch it, like I said, and I'll watch it to the end, and we'll see what the synopsis is, you know, at the ending of the season. But I'm just saying, right now, it's leaving with a lot of questions, and I'm not liking that shit.
I will say this:
Gall Dornick. Gal.
Yeah, that's right. She said Gal. Yeah, I will say this, Yaz. I agree with you. There's a huge gap between like one plot line and another plot line. And I think that space leaves a lot of room for confusion, ambiguity, and even some, like, frankly, just getting a little impatient with it. Like, yeah, what the fuck is going on with all this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, on the other end of the spectrum, back to Invasion, we're dealing with these kids. And I gotta say, man, this dude right here is acting his ass off. I like this little storyline, especially with this twat, should I call him? This little motherfucker right here,
God, bro. Right?
What? Yo, he's playing this role like a motherfucker. Like, I want to punch this little nigga in his face, yo. Like, this little dude is so evil. Like, he's making fun of this dude's mom for being in a wheelchair.
I know.
Spilling out his medicine. Talk about the fact that his dad used to beat up. Yo, like, what the fuck? Where they raise little niggas like this? This little motherfucker is the definition of like British bully Bob, like for real, bro. Like I am really eager to see this little motherfucker knock his ass out. That's one of the few things
that girl knock his ass out.
Yeah, man. And they picked a nice. I like this little look. Both of these. First of all, they look like they need to be in a rock band when they grow up. Like they're giving me diverse, no doubt vibes. And I think that's one of the saving grace aspects of the show is that this little dude is gearing up to be a hero. You know, they're giving him the Peter Parker complex. You know, starts off being a nerdy bully guy, and then he ends up climbing up the thing and basically almost saving everybody's life. And I like that part of it. But frankly, it still is a storyline that is a soap opera based, a after school kids special, a freaking Nick Jr. type vibe, freaking Zach and Cody's sweet life. I want to see more. I just want to see the black guy. I want to see his storyline more because he has the action all involved with his. He's the one that actually sees the aliens that's chasing them out in the desert. That actually has something going on. Everybody else is annoying as shit, frankly. I mean, the Asian, the young lady, King Moo, I forget her name. I kind of like where she's learning things, but other than that, though, man, it's just kind of. I wish they would hurry up and let us see the aliens already. Right. That's me. But I don't know. Maybe I'm way out base.
Maybe they're just playing the long game.
Maybe so. I just get the sense, Ty, or Yaz, or all y'all. I get the sense that the last scene of the last episode is going to show us a tiny bit of alien, and then we're going to have to wait until season 2 for it. And that is playing with my emotions. And fuck you for that shit. I kind of prefer it like Foundation, where they come out, the chick has a IED in her eyeball. You know what I'm saying? She's a badass motherfucker. I don't like the fact that they basically made these Iranians or Iranians look like jihadists, and like they all came from Pakistan or some shit. I don't know if I like that aspect of it. They kind of carry in the terrorist look model even into the future. But other than that, though, I think. But hey, I guess we have to agree to disagree on this one, man. Damn, yes. How dare you not take the same interests as me? Damn it. You're making this harder than it needs to be. Well, what the fuck you wanted me to watch then, Yaz? What the hell are you watching? What's so dope about what's going on your side of the woods? I mean, because these are my two shows. These is my go-tos, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we had to deal with a shitty season of Titans. We got a shitty ass season of Doom Patrol right now.
Do you want to know what I've been watching? So I've actually already binged all my shows on Netflix. A really good one that's like not really like, I guess like our nerdy background like related, but it's got a good like It's got a crazy ass storyline to it. It's In the Dark. I don't know if you guys have like heard of that one, but it's about this blonde girl named Murphy.
Oh, the blind girl.
Yo, that bitch. I fucking can't with her. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The last season, she took me to a whole nother level of fucking crazy. That's all I have to say. And she's blind. Like, the girl's blind, but everybody around her can see. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I guess like and a teenager, she just became blind, and like she gets mixed in with the fucking mafia, fucking gang members, all kinds of shit. She becomes a fucking money loiterer, all kinds of shit. Yeah, and then she goes on the run. She has to get a new identity. Her and her friends, all kinds of shit. I'm telling you, if you guys are ready for like a crazy fucking like storyline, please go check out In the Dark on Netflix, because I'm telling you, that bitch is nuts.
On run.
Yeah, she was on the run. She had to go get a fake ID and everything. Her friends get kidnapped. She has to go find them, and she's fucking blind. For a blind bitch, she's very resourceful. That's all I'm saying. Like, oh my god, she literally, like, you know how I was at MegaCon when I was like, stop. That's how she is. Straight up. Like, that whole aura, like, of me at MegaCon, y'all remember that? Like, I was just like, I was magnetic. Like, what I wanted went. I literally was stopping fucking crowds to take a picture. You have no idea. It was hilarious.
Yeah, you were relentless. Yes. Absolutely.
But that's how Murphy is. She is relentless for her friends, you know, and like the people that she loves, and it's just fucking nuts. She's out of this world. But yeah, she's a great con artist. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, so she's not really, she's really blind though, right?
She is. I don't know if the actual actress is really blind, but like the character is like legit blind. Like, she's got a sight dog and everything. His name is what did they name the dog?
Astro.
Noodle.
Okay, Noodle. All right, fascinating. All right, cool. I didn't get it. I ain't gonna lie. I saw a clip of that, and I was like, this doesn't really interest me that much. So I might give it a second look now. I did mention in the group chat something about Night Teeth. I don't know if y'all had a chance to even see the preview for that. Yeah. Have y'all seen Night Teeth? Did y'all get a chance to watch it, or maybe not watch it, or think about, I don't know, man. Night Teeth was I don't know. Maybe we should show a quick preview of Night Teeth, because for me, it's a perfect Netflix type of scenario where Netflix does this thing where they don't necessarily release everything in a big way. You know, sometimes you just stumble upon stuff. Like, it sounds like you stumbled upon In the Dark, and you can stumble upon like On the Block. I don't know if Stephanie, if you watch Netflix. I know between books and teaching classes and flying all over the place and, you know, juggling.
I tried. I watched the trailer for this and I read the summary.
Oh, you did? You watched the trailer?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that this is a fascinating if you are a fan of Vampire from Brooklyn, or what was that, Brooklyn versus Werewolves? What was that movie? Tyrone, there was like a movie that was like Brooklyn versus Werewolves or something like that. This one right here is a
Brooklyn
nice
versus Vampires.
Versus Vampires. I think this is a good mix of like youthful culture and vampire culture, so to speak. We'll go ahead and run the trailer real quick. Then we'll go ahead and we'll get up out of here, if that pleases the court today. So check this out. Let us know how you feel about it, and we'll talk about it on the other end. This is Night Teeth. Let's do it.
Hey, driver.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's play a game. What would you do if you knew tonight was your last night on Earth?
Wow, I'm a pretty chill guy. I just live with my brother. I go to school.
Come on, driver.
Last night on Earth, drugs, women, men, old enemies. You're just waiting to pop.
I'd definitely kill you.
Finally, he bites back. We're hitting every single one of these parties tonight, and you need to get to the last stop by morning. Here's a Bruce sound.
Oh, shit.
The devil is calling, love level is falling. Pedal never stalling, heavy metal was all.
Benny?
Look at it. It's like a butler or something.
Benny has his hands full tonight. Who do you think runs the city? We are richer and more powerful than you could ever imagine. Living right under your noses.
Okay, I'm just...
I bet you get good blood.
There's these two women, right? And I've been driving them around all night. There's something weird going on.
I need you to be quiet. If you do anything stupid, like try and run, I'm gonna have to kill you.
Sweet. Okay, great.
Might get a little messy in there.
I don't think I've ever met anybody like you.
What?
What is wrong with you?
Can't be alive for 200 years and not go a little crazy.
All right, so Night Teeth. It's quirky, it's cool, it's fun, it's dare I say, at risk of being categorized cute. All right, it's a cute little film. And I think it's worth the watch. It's not going to change your life or mind about anything, but I enjoyed it. It was a pleasant little dose of what did you think about it? Yaz, did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. I thought it was pretty funny. I liked it. Benny, he was good at his character. I also liked the girl that like kissed him and shit. She was definitely funny. The blonde bitch though, she was a fucking psycho. And I thought it was really funny how they finally brought back into the limelight on screen after his sausage being cut off. We officially have a Games of Thrones member on this cast, and he's actually the OG bad guy in this, which I'm not gonna lie, he didn't do a bad job, being like the vampire, Kingpin, I guess, or trying to be. So I mean, it was definitely interesting. I liked how they kept up this normal vampire with them moving quick, them being super strong. So I mean, like those things were good. But yeah, these bitches are nuts, and I like how they were just like going around just like murdering people.
Man, that shit was dope. I really like the fact that it was unsuspecting, and it kept there was more turns at every. If you keep watching, you'll learn more, and it unveiled at a good pace, I should say. Unlike some of the other shows we're watching. What do you think, Mr. Jay? What's your thoughts?
I thought it was good, but wait till they get a load of me.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yo, where did his laugh go? Yo, did you just stop laughing and go straight to that face? Yo, dude, you got some serious issues we need to work out, bro. You're like legitimately creeping me out. Like this is weird. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy for it. I loved it. I didn't. It was one of those. This was one of those, Stephanie. This was one of those instances in which is like I wasn't really looking for this movie. I was just kind of laying on my back. I was sitting at my desk, reading a book, encyclopedia at that. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of now. And I saw it. I was like, oh, I wonder what this is. And you know how you'll put something over Netflix shows, and then it'll start playing automatically, and you're just like, all right, well, do I play and watch? So I just started watching. I was like, let me see how far it goes. And I actually dug it. I was like, all right, cool. I was waiting for it to suck, and it never got to a point where it sucked. They seemed to cover all the bases. And I personally think that this was an interesting collaboration between, like I said, cultural aspects and vampire and lore like that. Now, I can think throughout history, Steph, the few times in which these collaborations have worked. Because if you think about it, Stephanie, specifically me and you, let's talk. Oftentimes in horror flicks, unless you take away Us, Blackula, Candyman, Black people, people of color, Latinos, we don't always meld and mesh well with these horror themes. Am I right? I mean, that's what made Blerd so good, is that it was a hero movie which embodied vampires in which we didn't have to be afraid of them because we were the lead one. I can't think of too many instances short of like Paranormal Activity by Marlon Wayans in which black folks are embedded in it. I don't know if you could think of any at all or not, but this was a good example, I thought. So I would recommend it for you. Can you think of any time that, or better yet, is there room for black and people of color in the horror industry? Has it worked in the past? Is it even worth us? Because we like Jordan Peele got a movie coming out called Nope. Like, look, bro, nope. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we don't even want no parts of it. I see we did just do Candyman, but is that it? Is this an industry for people of color, or should we just kind of just let the folks have it? Yeah. My Stephanie question of the day.
I mean, I feel like we can be a part of whatever we want to be. I personally feel like much of the horror genre is based on white peopling. Like, the stuff that becomes the premise of the plot is stuff that we just wouldn't do. Like, hey guys, there's a haunted house. Let's go spend 24 hours in it to say that we did it. Hey guys, there's a Ouija board. Let's play with it and try to contact a demon. Like, the things that are the premises for these movies are things black people are just not interested in. We have enough real life trauma and problems in reality. We are not going to go looking for more bullshit. So I do enjoy Jordan Peele, though, and the way that he includes race as part of his exploration of the genre. As far as historically black people being prominent figures in horror movies, the only one I can think of, I don't even know if it would really count as horror. There's a big shark and LL Cool J's in it, and he survives till the end of that one.
Deep Blue Sea, yeah.
Thank you. Yes, that one. Or I love Sanaa Lathan in Alien vs. Predator, but I feel like that's more action than horror, really.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of for black people who make it.
I think, but I'm so glad you brought up Sanaa Lathan for Alien, because she killed that role and she didn't get enough credit for it. She completely destroyed it. I don't know if Bad Ty, if you saw it, but that latest Alien that they put out where Sanaa Lathan was the lead, where she was basically the Sigourney Weaver, she bodied that role, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't think she got enough credit. I don't know if Yaz, if you got a chance to see it or not. But just based off the premise that you say, Steph, before we get up out of here, based off the premise, if horror movies are about white peopling, then what the fuck are we doing in them anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it ever going to make any sense? Did you see Us? Is ever a horror movie that's going to make any sense? I think that if anything, if you reconfigure. Oh, let me not answer the question. Ty says that I answer the question. I ask the question, then I answer the question. So yeah, is there a place for us? Based off that premise, it don't sound like there is.
Sugar.
Stephanie.
Oh, I think if we're making movies that are more realistic, like in many ways, just being a black person in the American justice system is horrific. If we're going to explore real issues, sure. But if we're talking about going to look for trouble where there is none, no, I don't think there's a place for us in that, because we don't have time for that kind of bullshit. Like, it's like when you see white people trying to compete in the trauma Olympics, like, oh my God, I'm so victimized because I didn't get into Harvard because of affirmative action and I should have. Like, no, you're looking for a reason to feel like a victim and you're really not. I feel like that's the premise of a lot of horror movies, and like black people don't do that.
Do you think that Get Out? Do you think that was a fairly decent thriller? It did not embody bullshit ass I'm running to the addict and I'm a virgin type shit. It was a realistic synopsis of what it could be like to be in a horrorful situation for a black person.
Yeah, I feel like Lovecraft Country is the best example in a long time of black people involved in horror and what that can look like and how it can be realistic and how we can be involved in the supernatural, but not in a I'm looking for trouble kind of way. I loved Lovecraft Country. I feel like that is the example that all should be following.
I agree. Actually, I was gonna mention Lovecraft, but I think that's basically where we ended, man, because can't get better than Lovecraft Country, man. That was the best scenario. I think that was the best season the best series out in the last couple years, especially as it pertains to blacks in horror and things of that sort. We're gonna go ahead and start wrapping things up, man. Mr. J, I just gotta say, bro, you stole the show today, man. I honestly, and now you look depressed and sad, and your face is falling off. And I didn't know, but did you start the show with that mustache, or I don't know. He's watching the game right now. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. All right. I want to end this because I'm thoroughly creeped out, and frankly,
he's not even like he's holding the blink so long.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, he's not even blinking, bro. Like, yo, like, is everything okay, man? I think you and Harley need to have a powwow, but not like Harley Quinn, but Harlequin, like when she was a therapist. Well, here's the good news. Before we go, next week we actually have some more Marvel on the docket. Marvel's back in the mainstream. My man. We actually get to talk about the Eternals, which drops next Friday, maybe even Thursday, if you get out the house and see it. It will not be on HBO Max. It will not be on in Disney Plus. It will only be in the theaters. And I have to say, I'm a little nervous, Yaz, because some people have had an opportunity to give a get sneak previews of Eternals, and thus far it has not been getting rave reviews. As a matter of fact, the reviews from those who have been seeing it have been saying that it was pretty bad. So I don't know how you feel about that.
Well, Vince, people have also said that The Harder They Fall is not that good. So we can't always listen to what people say, because a lot of them just hate themselves. And so when you hate yourself, you might hate everything else. So maybe you should just watch it.
Well, all right, that's fair. The Harder They Fall is going to be on Netflix next week. I don't think. And thank you, Steph, for putting us on to the trailer. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, but it has been getting bad reviews. But yeah, man, I'll say this: with a movie like that on Netflix and coming out to the theater, select theaters, that's one thing. But a major blockbuster like Eternals that is being teased for the last couple years, that is also being looked at as one of Marvel's most anticipated movies of the year, I think it's a little disconcerting to see that it's got bad reviews coming out already, Mr. J.
I must say, these critics that are out here criticizing these movies, I don't think they know much. I watched Army of Thieves, and that didn't get rave reviews by critics, but it's actually a really good movie. So,
okay,
I'm not trusting these critics anymore.
All right. Well, I hope you're right there, Mr. J. I hope you're as right about that as you are about that green background, which I'm really eager to see. I'm still interested as to whether or not, if you put on the background, if your hair would turn invisible or not. But that's a story for another day. Well, thank you very much, guys. I think we can go ahead and call it, man. Ain't too much else. I'm geeked as hell about seeing this upcoming Eternals joint coming out. Yo, there he is. Look. Yo, his hair disappeared, yo. Yo, pull up. Yo, look at the outfit is gone. That's what I'm talking about, man. Look at you, bro. You know what? You are not the bitch of the week. 100% for sure. You definitely made the show today.
That was funny.
And thanks for coming up with the idea. And keep it like that. You should have did the whole show like that. I like the Joker hair on the top. That looks pretty cool. By the way, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I hope that this isn't a good. This isn't actually what ends up being the results of the movie. I think it should be better, but it is a little hard to say with so many characters in it. You can only help but wonder: will they be able to deliver with so many different characters? All of these plots. Seems like it's a lot to handle. I guess we'll find out next week. It's a new Blerd order, man. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Anything on the way out? Anybody I know, please go check out the Black Improv Alliance on the blackimprovalliance.com with Miss Stephanie Ray, as always, out there kicking it, killing stages and killing things all over the place. We've got Yazzie right here. Yazzie, Miss Harlequin. Anything to say on the way out?
Have a great and safe Halloween, guys. Have some fun, take some pictures, and post them in the group. We'd love to see you guys' costumes. So yeah.
Yeah, great idea. Great idea. If you can beat this costume, then you definitely deserve a free shirt. Anything on the way out there, Mr. J? And I didn't mean to skip over you, Steph, if you got anything to say.
Just come over to the Multiverse on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. We'll have a lot of fun things to talk about.
Yo, look, man, I'm going to start doing some day drinking right now to try to forget about all of this shit that I just... Look, one time for Mr. Tyrone, Bad Joker, for holding it down the whole entire show. I want to end this so I can get you to get up out of there because I know it can't be too comfortable and all that Maybelline, homeboy. But thank you so much for coming to the show ready and prepared. And I'm sorry that I just threw on a quick Black Panther joint just to fit in with my friends. Guys, it's been one of them shows. I think you should say the outro, Mr. Joker, since you're all like, why don't you go ahead and take us to the break?
Well, if you're not being yourself, being fake, you're not fake over here.
Oh my god!
And always, whatever you're doing, even if you're a psycho clown killer, goddamn it, let that geek flag fly. I think if you can, shoot. Bye.
Fighter 2, I just really hate Zangief, only Ken and Ra 2. I find it hard to be Blanca, keep a wee ninja hanging and our uncle album banging. If you negative in energy, then stay out the vicinity of yeah, them niggas over there,